This is Egg and Lunch Party. Don't ask me why there's an egg emoji on one of their titles. I'm just assuming they're trying to break a YouTube record or something. But lucky for me, these two episodes are actually a two-part challenge glued together. But before we talk about the Cake and Steak elimination, allow me to talk about the new Cake and Steak song because I love it! It's my favorite out of all the intros they made during Season 2. It starts off all black and white with a bunch of leftovers and the notes become emotional, but then the music gets bigger, the chorus gets louder, and the only colorful item that's there is this slice of flour cake, which I'm guessing that's a flavor now, and then it shoots off into space where now everything is vibrant, and then it joins the other cake slices to form a big flour flavored cake. You can tell they're trying to capture the same feel as the last Cake and Steak intro for Season 1, and they did a great job with it. It's possibly one of the best Cake and Steak intros we ever had since the Teapot one. In the last episode, Pim was the first person to light all her beacons into the sky, so she advances to the final 5. Needle, Book, Tennis Ball, Fries, and Coiny are all up for elimination. And for the 4th time in the game, Tennis Ball won the prize, again, and he gets a universal translator. But he's not safe for elimination just yet because there's still the other half of the votes. Coiny received the least votes to get eliminated because he received sympathy from the viewers after Pim betrayed him after all the hard work he did to save her. Book and Needle are also safe because Book almost won immunity from the last episode if Pim didn't kill her. And Needle decides she is done with teens, she's now playing for herself, and thank goodness. And now it's down to the semi-no-namers, Tennis Ball and Fries. So who is it gonna be? Will it be him? Or 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 him? And Fries! Yeah, it's not really that surprising. Even I knew the answer. And since Pim was immune despite her betrayal, there was no other choice but Fries. Besides, he was the one that gave her the drill and made her win and caused Book's immunity. So it's really his fault. Not to mention, he was considered one of the biggest threats to everyone else's game since he did become a solo team early before anyone else. I know Tennis Ball might turn into a threat to everyone else's game since he keeps winning so many prizes, but I'm sorry. Tennis Ball was just not clumsy enough to lose this episode. So, bye-bye, Fries. However, despite being a new member of the Weak Trembling Fortress, Fries doesn't want to host Battle for Dream Island again, and despite the others begging him to come and host with them, they all went away into the water. So Pin tries to bring them back, but she ends up bringing out the fish monster, and she uses Tennis Ball's universal translator to understand him. Yep, our new host for Battle for Dream Island again is the fish monster, and I have so many questions. Like, how is that even weirder than the bugs hosting Battle for Dream Island again? Oh, and I almost forgot, Queenie's not really depressed that Pin betrayed him. He was just taking a nap inside the lighthouse, and he seems weirdly unrealistically calm and cool throughout all of this. I keep forgetting that Season 2 is one of the less serious seasons of the show. So as previously mentioned, this is a two-part challenge. Pin, Coiny, Needle, Book, and Tennis Ball must collect and distribute goods. In the first part of the challenge, they must collect 10 unique items, but they are not allowed to steal from other people's baskets, and they cannot reuse the same item that's already inside the basket. The first person to collect 10 different items will advance into the final 4 and will receive immense power in the second part of the challenge. During the second phase, the final 4 must continue to collect 10 unique items and they must distribute or sell them to whoever they like. After they sold 10 items, an immunity ticket will print out and they must give them to the fish monster. However, giving away their immunity ticket doesn't automatically mean they advance to the final 4. It just means they're safe from the danger zone because in this episode, only 2 people will be up for elimination. And the only way to get out of the danger zone is to keep collecting and distributing items so they can print out even more immunity tickets so they can feed them to the fish monster. The Part 1 winner must make a difficult decision on who should be in the danger zone. After 1 hour is up, the 2 remaining players that are still stuck in the danger zone will be up for elimination. Boy, that was a lot to explain. So basically, this challenge is a scavenger hunt, and it is pretty cool to see the contestant collect some unique items. I definitely love at the beginning of the challenge that Coiny already went far ahead from everyone by collecting some of the simple ones like grass, dirt, spit, and even air. And I will give these 2 episodes credit that it doesn't really fully abandon the betrayal arc. There are still some implications on whether Coiny should betray Pin like what she did to him. There's one where he tries to trick Pin into entering this cardboard mall, which is actually a real thing, and then later in the next episode, they go on a space race on giving their immunity tickets to the fish monster. He's not really doing it for revenge or anything, he's just playing the game like how everyone else did to him. In fact, Needle tricked Coiny at one point, but then suddenly he seems okay with it. He just wants to play better next time. And you think that's weird? Tinsball tried to collect the Weak Trailing Fortress losers into his baskets, and the only way to get them is by killing them. And yet everyone in Yoyland except Golfball is okay with it because they love Tinsball? And by the way, this was not Tinsball's idea, this was actually Leafy's idea. Yep, Leafy finally revealed herself to everyone because she wants to show everyone that she is nice and to prove Ice Cube wrong. Remember when Ice Cube saw Leafy after the Be Yourself challenge? Well, Ice Cube's trying to get away from Leafy because she doesn't want to be her friend. Leafy did stole Dream Island last season, and Ice Cube made a good point that she never got a thank you for all the nice things she did. And that's why Leafy's going around to the Final Five to show how nice she is and get a thank you in return. She even gave Book the broken map to Yoyland, and apparently Book can do that Blues Could Do thing now. Well, seeing how Book is the only newbie left in Season 2 and she hasn't won any immunity for herself, and her greatest enemy is a killing machine, she seems like an easy pick. Okay, now that I talked about some of the collecting parts of the challenge, what about the distributing part? How well did the Final Five distribute their goods? Well, all I can say is, I didn't expect any of these people to actually want any of their goods. And what's even weirder is that Book and Pin used the farm-themed Dream Island, the prize they're using to replace the real Dream Island with, is now used as an item to sell. Doesn't that automatically mean now that they have no Dream Island to win this season, they still haven't found the real one? Anyways, you'll never guess who actually wants one of the baskets. It's Ruby, because there's a toilet in it. And where are the other losers, you may ask? They're going on Oz Adventure. The other strange buyers are Evil Leafy and these weird aliens from that weird planet. The weird aliens are like the fish monster, where they're so fascinated with some of the Earth items. But here's something that's very interesting about the viewer votes. The viewers still have the power to decide who should win the prize and who should get eliminated, but there's a third vote on who should be the next host of Battle for Dream Island again after the fish monster. However, the viewers must only pick a character that has appeared in Seasons 1 and 2. They cannot vote for anyone else that has appeared in Season 3 and beyond, so no Algebralians or anything. Yeah, I kind of have a feeling that the fish monster would not be the final host for Battle for Dream Island again. I have a feeling that the viewer votes might be the last one. Who's it gonna be? I don't know yet. We're just gonna have to find out at the next episode. In the end, Egg Emoji and Lunch Party were both spectacular double feature presentations. Will Leafy ever make friends with anyone, and is Queen still determined enough to win the game? We'll see what happens on the next episodes of Battle for Dream Island again. Bye bye!